QAOP Spaceman is his screen name. James McGowan is coming over from Barcelona, Spain. He came over last year. He's actually from Northern Ireland originally. He's from Belfast, and he came over. We went to Galloping Ghost. He stayed by Galloping Ghost, and we hung out for a few days. And he's a lot of fun. So he said, "Yeah, I'm going to come back this year." So we decided we're going to take him out on the road. So my wife and I are flying out to New York. We're meeting up with him there. We're getting in a car eventually, going to New Jersey, New Hampshire, Ohio, and going up to see Glenn in Wisconsin and coming back here.
What a tour.
Arcades all across, yeah. and mini golf.
How many arcades planned? 4 or 5?
At least a couple barcades in New York. Chelsea and Brooklyn is what we heard were the 2 that we have to hit. And the game list looked great there, actually. And then Rich G. Knuckles, of course, in Yestercades in New Jersey. Pinball Wizard and Fun Spot in New Hampshire. Arcade Super Awesome and the Place Retrocade in Ohio, and then Glen.
and Glen. Yeah, that's a great one. So
7 our personal arcade and yeah.
Nice. And in our own 2-cabinet arcade. Yeah.
So that's nice.
You have 2. What's the other game you have?
I'm sorry, what's that?
What's the other arcade game you have? I know you have 2, Ben.
APB.
Okay, cool.
I was just driving around last night. It's a lot of fun.
Awesome, very cool. Well, let me get to some business, I guess, if I like to call it. World records for the week of August 28th, 2005. I'll read these off quickly. Nick ain't here to help me mispronounce. Then I'll get to some Zookeeper. Congratulations to Christian Bax of New York, New York. New world record on Game Boy Advance, Mario Party Advance. Amplified, 5,020 points, beating a previous score. One of many firsts for Christian to the Twin Galaxies database. I have no idea about that game. Never played it. This was an interesting game that I watched it. I didn't necessarily adjudicate it because I didn't know what was going on so much because the first time I saw it. But 1,045,752 points for a new world record for I'm Sorry on the MAME from David Jury of Oakland, California. So, do you have much familiar with that?
Retro Uprising and play that if you haven't played it. It's a lot of fun. It's very interesting.
Are you actually sorry or no?
No, I'm not. It's a fantastic game. Michael Jackson and all. Seriously.
Oh, awesome. That's what it looks like right there. He looks like he's in a wheelchair there in that little picture. Hey, Street Thinker, welcome to the show.
Yeah.
First score in the database. I guess it's a world record, but I just got to talk about it because it's Turbo CD. Having a Turbo CD gets an accolade in itself. Riot Zone from Ryan Janot of Aurelio, Canada. Hope to see you in 2 weeks in Toronto, dude. 310,930 points. Looks like a very fun game, but I got to get my hands on the Turbo CD and then get it on a game to even think about trying to play for this score. But very cool to see all these, I kind of want to say obscure ones. Will the records be broken? Probably not as easy. There's not as many of them. Mike Yansenko of Orlando, Florida on Sega Genesis. Kind of going through the baseball phase for him. Biggest blowout, 20 runs on World Series Baseball 95. I personally like 94 better, but that's just me. This one, congratulations to our favorite quarter thrower into the Twin Galaxies database. Throw as many scores as he possibly can up. This finally went through. Actually, I don't even know if it's a world record, to be honest with you. I did not check. I should probably do that before I put it in here. I just know it was in verification for a long time because of some default rule, but if it's a world record or not, I'm starting to think it's not actually right now, of 70,200 points. You know what? I was up late last night doing this one, and now I'm kind of double guessing myself on this one. But that's what happens. So, anyways,
there were a website where we could check that.
Yeah, it's like I could. Well, it wasn't like I wasn't on the website already, but
You got the answer,
yeah.
right?
Well, the thing is I adjudicated a long time ago, and I kind of only adjudicate the ones that are high scores, just so when I go back, I'm not trying to play favorites to anybody, but when I go back and try to view some that I've been waiting on, you know, at least they're green lit for me. So when they come through, I catch them a little bit more. But I'm thinking that one I was just adjudicating everything at the time, and that was such a long time ago. I don't know how to say it. I'm going to say Hayden, Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo, tournament edition, or tournament setting, 613,910 points on MAME. That's one of my. I like playing. I like the first one better, but Super Puzzle Fighter. Those are great games in the first place. John Barissy from Milwaukee, Glenn's next door neighbor, I like to call it, beat my record with 1 minute and 13 seconds on Luge for Winter Challenge. Make sure, do yourself a favor, don't go out and buy this game. It's not that great. I just submitted, but the ski jump's fun and pretty funny at that point. And is that it? Yeah, I only had a few of them this week. So real quick, get to the events. We've been only talking about it for the past 2 months. Once again, if you're in Toronto, Canada, come visit me and Nick at the King of 94 tournament, NHL 94 tournament, biggest tournament in time, 90 people going head-to-head, playing for Canadians' King of Kong, as we'd like to call it. And then, of course, I can't work a switcher by myself. But, yeah, black screen there, everybody. Just give me 1 second. If I can do this right. Boom, boom. Oh, yeah.
Do something funny. Entertain the masses.
Okay. There we go. On October 2nd through 4th, the Twin Galaxies Festival in Banning, California at the Museum of Pinball. Gotta be there. There's going to be at least 5 different types of tournaments. Walterus Day is going to be there with his soup. Billy Mitchell will probably be there. Todd Rogers. A lot of usual suspects. A lot of people from California to the arcade. Paul Dean will be there. I know Paul Dean's going to be there, and I'm excited. I haven't seen Paul Dean for 5 years since the Tumble Big Bang, so I'm excited to see him. There's going to be 5 tournaments at least. Mortal Kombat on Sunday. In television, Atari, Nintendo, and arcade decathlons. It's only 33 days, 22 hours away. You should be booking your flights by now if you don't live close by because the price is going up, let's just say that. And prices and ticket information is available at twingalaxiesfestival.com. Hopefully after our show tonight, because this is going to be a real interesting show, Jace Hall maybe will have some more information about that. But regardless, if you don't like video games or you don't like Walter Day or you don't like me, you don't like anybody else, just go there. And there's over 800 retro and modern arcade and pinball machines. The pinball machines is just, there's so many. And of course, if you can't make it, tune in to twingalaxieslive.com where we'll be streaming pretty much the whole event every day. So it's definitely something to stay tuned for. Ticket and prices and information, hotels, like I said again, twingalaxiesfestival.com. So
are you going to be going there, Mike?
That's the news that's going on. So was that Data?
Are you going?
Yes, I will be there. I will be at the Twin Galaxies Festival.
Excellent.
There may be a special edition of Settle It on the Screen or a very short version. I'm trying to get me and Walter to do a. I don't know if you guys seen the video on the internet of, oh my God, video game update that Walter tried to turn into a TV show type thing where he talks about Robotron world records within the past week. It's like a 1 or 2 minute video.
That show was a huge hit up here in Canada. We watched every season.
Yeah.
It was on Canadian Netflix.
That clip
I'm
basically inspired me and Nick and Josh to do this show, 5 years ago as the Twin Galaxies podcast. So we're going to try to see if we can put some filters on and have Walter basically do the Settle It on the Screen, at least a few world record announcements from the previous week during the show. So we're not sure if we're going to be exactly on at 9 p.m. Eastern or 6 p.m. specific or whatever your time zone is. But we're gonna try to do it at the same time. Settle the screens on every Friday night. So that'll be at the start of the Atari tournament. So it should work out because I'm gonna actually play in the Intellivision one. I'm pretty sure. Not to toot my own horn, but I'm pretty sure I got a great chance at that one. So, but it'll be a fun time.
Is anything going to be actually settled on the screen?
Well, to be honest with you, this week it was supposed to be Glenn and Nick playing Contra against each other. You know, like one try. I actually got my Nintendo working, and I guess they're both afraid of each other to play some Contra. So I took down Contra because I'm just, I'm terrible at that game. So I'm not going to sit here and embarrass myself even more. I was going to play some Zookeeper here for a little bit. I'm just trying to get a little bit better. It's on the Xbox, but whatever at that point. So, anything new with
by the way,
data?
Zazcag pointed out too that we forgot about the perfect Pac-Man score.
That's right. Has that been verified though?
Yeah, actually, it was on the page I think yesterday, or the page 2 or 3 days.
I don't know if it went through adjudication or not, but I try not to talk about things just because, be a good habit if I start talking about something and I miss something. But yeah, another perfect score.
Congratulations, mate.
I mean, he did it. We know he did it. Yeah.
I was, you know who Keith Apicary is, or Nathan Barnett?
Oh, yeah, of course.
So I reached out to him and asked if he was going to go to the tournament, and he said if he's not going to be in New York, then he'll definitely go. So he'll be a cool character to be on the lookout for.
Yeah, I've helped him film a few things in the past. I've been to 1 or 2 E3s with him. I've been to his house. I've been to his arcade. Nathan Barnett's arcade. I guess whatever you can call it, both of them. But he has a very rockin' arcade. He changes it out quite a bit, but he got the new Mario Kart one too. So he doesn't just collect the old ones. He collects new, old. He still has a Donkey Kong. I offered to burn it for him, but I didn't think he still wanted that. He figured he could trade it for something else. But very fun guy to hang around with. Very energetic too. So I hope he does show up. I hope Keith shows up to the event. Even though I hope Nathan comes in and enjoys himself as well. So Keith, if you're watching, I know you watch once in a while. Please come. If you need a cameraman too, I'll be there for you. So, because his show is back supposedly. There's been 1 or 2 episodes of Talking Classics. If you don't know, we're talking about Talking Classics, the YouTube channel. Used to be on ScrewAttack.com. Kind of not partners, but the same channel that the Angry Video Game Nerd was on, that promoted those two to their YouTube fame at that point. But very funny. Either way, just check out Talking Classics on YouTube or Nathan Barnett, and you can check out his crazy dance videos. Sometimes he dresses up as Mario or something else, but very good stuff.
Well, my kids love watching his dance videos, and the tasteful ones. I don't let them. Some of them are a bit edgy, but he's our favorite internet celebrity for sure.
Oh yeah, there's borderlines. I love the early ones where he's like jumping off the roof, and you have his sister Kelly involved, and it is pure genius. Just kind of how he created the character himself. Because I know he's trying to play off of some of the characters in King of Kong too. He's taking little pieces from here and there, but very cool. I hope he shows up.
Well, I know someone else who's very excited to be going. Me.
Who? Are you going?
Me. I'm going. Oh, yeah. I'm bringing my cameras and everything.
Thanks.
Yeah. Very happy.
Cool.
I bought my tickets about a month ago. So I'm very excited about that. I'll be there for work. I'm taking all the photos that I can, and group photos, everything. So that's where I get my high score. So
very
happy.
Cool. Yeah. What time you coming in?
Documentation of the con-off was great.
Oh, thank you. I arrive in Palm Springs 12:30 on Friday, so even before the show opens. So I'm there for the full 3 days.
Okay. Palm Springs. Okay. Yeah, I'm unfortunately I have to go to LAX, so I got quite a bit of a drive, but I'll be there Thursday night. So, but I will be leaving probably Saturday night. I'm going to leave right Saturday night for the airport. My flight leaves at like 5 a.m., so I'll just stay till 2 a.m. and then drive to the airport. But it'll be very cool. It's going to be very fun. I'm excited to play, too. I'm excited to actually try to go to one of the... I know Friday I'm going to be competing and then probably helping out a little bit with the broadcast Friday night, but I'm hoping Saturday that I don't attach myself... Well, if Keith shows up, I'll attach myself to my camera and help him out. But other than that, put the camera down and just actually be an attendee for a change.
Yeah. Be a gamer.
You should do that too, Data. Put the camera down once in a while.
I do once in a while. Like I love going to the Fun Spot tournament, and I bring my camera there just to, take some pictures. But I get pretty hardcore in the games. I still am terrible at them, but But I feel a lot more comfortable behind the camera. It helps me get over a bit of shyness, and I can really talk to anybody as long as I have it in my hands. So I guess it's a crutch.
That's kind of how I am a little bit. Nick unfortunately is not going to be with me, but there'll be enough of us to help out and stuff like that. But that'll be it's going to be very cool. It's going to be a precursor to the Twin Galaxies Olympics that Jace is planning at some point in time. This is kind of just like I would say it's kind of a test run. But if you want more information on that, ask him questions. State of the Galaxies on tonight in approximately 41 minutes. So, counting down the clock here. But I'll fire up some Zookeeper.
Well, I've said before that going to these festivals or tournaments, it's so much more than just the games. I go for the people, right? I love retro. I love arcade machines. I love pinball. But it's, you go there and you spend more time talking with your friends and meeting new friends. And, you get to catch up. This particular facility has hundreds of pinball machines in one major room and then a couple hundred arcade machines in another. It's like every kid's dream. It's like you wish you had a big arcade, and then now they're there, right? So if you can get any way at all, drive, fly, whatever, go to this festival. It is so fun. And you walk away with friendships, and in my case, I steal everyone's souls, and I get to study them, through my photos and that, and I could really reconnect and rebuild my own memories and that. So I love doing it.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Oh yeah, that's why we're taking a whole road trip for it. It's about meeting all the people as much as anything. Granted, we're going to go to all these different arcades, but that's just to hang out with the people.
Yeah, it's not so you're more hanging out with your friends and stuff like that, and that's what makes it memorable. Even though it's about stuff that you all enjoy, and that's the best part. Like, I'm a little bummed that normally Nick or Josh is the one that goes with me because our road trips are just ridiculous. Actually, Nick just finally. Maybe we'll show some clips here in a few weeks, but Nick took a travel log of our trip to the Kong-Off. We drove from Detroit to New Jersey, 5 of us in a Dodge Magnum for 10 hours or whatever it was, with former world record holder Phil Day, because we're trying to make that movie Bonus Life for those many you notice. It's still... I would say it's out of production, but we're waiting for a few more things happening in the gaming scene for it to be completed. But nevertheless, there's like over 3 hours of travel, just like travel video. I mean, just in the car, talking about stuff. Us being pulled over. We've always been back 2010, 2011. We always seemed to become. Steve Wiebe and Andrew Laidlaw's chauffeur because we always had a car, so we always drove them back to the airport and stuff. But one night they were coming back from Richie Knuckles Arcade. There's 5 of us in our car, and then we're taking Andrew Laidlaw and Wiebe back to the hotel. So we got 7 people in a Dodge Magnum. What you think? That's the Dodge Magnum, station wagon. It's not a big deal, but station wagons aren't what they used to be. And so I got. Nick, they're sitting in the back on half each other's laps, and And cop pulls us over because they're looking for somebody else. And little did I know that Josh was in the back seat indulging himself too in the trunk. But it was all that stuff's on video. It's kind of ridiculous. But those are like the best moments. Like I didn't even care about playing video games.
I'm just not going to ask what that actually means.
Yeah. We'll just say it's fun. Let's just say if the cop opened the trunk, you know.
Well, no, let's just stop.
Might have been in trouble, so.
This is a family show.
Is it?
Wait.
I don't know. I don't think so.
It's news to me.
It could be. Don't let your kids watch me play Zookeeper. So.
What's your high score on Zookeeper?
Man.
Or is that your high score right there?
No, I've gotten... On MAME, I've gotten 700, 800,000. On this Xbox version, I've only got about 400, I think. Or I actually submitted it to Twin Galaxies last week or something. But,
Nice.
But not too good. Just still trying to
Around
get it.
the lion level? The first lion level, or did you get past it?
Yeah, I'm in the very beginning, yeah. I'm talking more, I'm not concentrating.
Oh, I meant when you got your 700 or 800,000. Just trying to figure out how far you're getting.
I just got past the next bonus keeper stage. I think is when I got my 700,000.
Okay.
I think I had a 250,000 point jump. If that's the right number. There's 30, 60. Yeah. That sounds right. I think there's a jump.
Yeah, and then 120, and then 250, and then 500. I've gotten 500 twice, and both games were still under a million somehow. That's how good I am at this game. I always manage to mess it up, but it is a lot of fun. I never get bored with it.
Yeah, I can't get bored with this game ever. It's like, I mean, it is simple as all you're doing is jumping over animals trying to get points. It's highly addictive. It's something that you can play where you don't need to be really concentrating. You can just be reacting, and you can just keep playing it over and over again with like no thought. You know, I've never ever seen a Zookeeper machine.
Funspot has one.
My first with this game is thanks to Jace Hall.
Galpin Ghost Guns.
Before he owned Twin Galaxies, watching him play, that's the first time I've really know much about the game. Could have went for it.
This particular one that you're playing, you said it's on the Xbox. Is that Xbox running MAME, or is it a special?
No, it's Xbox. Is it Tato, or I don't know how to say it. Tato or whatever. Legends.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's Bubble Bobble, there's Rainbow Islands on here. I mean, it's a
Fairyland story.
Yeah, there's Ninja Kids on here too, which actually I think is a pretty cool game. And it plays really well. It plays really well. You know, most of the time these games sometimes have a little lag or something different, but majority on this compilation is great. I mean, normally I don't normally like them at all, but this one was pretty good.
I saw Phoenix.
I bought this game for specific reasons, like to beat one person's high scores out of spite. And then I realized that Zookeeper's on here, so I'm like, okay, cool. That's fine. I don't think I beat those other scores yet. I think I got to play Phoenix or something else like that. Phoenix and some Space Invaders version. I don't know. I played them once. I got to start grinding them to beat the score. Or if somebody else will do it. Actually, I had Sean Vincent do it. I had him go, hey, I need you to beat this score, and he did it. So maybe he'll do these other ones.
All right, we'll have to pick random games for you next. You'll have to tell us what else is there so that we can decide your fate.
Okay. All right. After this game of Zookeeper, I'll just go through the menu, and you guys tell me when to stop. So, I should really be playing NHL hockey. As much as I keep talking about it, but I should really get some practice in. But practicing against the computer is not worth it at this point.
Can you explain why you love NHL 94? What is it about that game?
The thing is about NHL. Well, see, this is what that movie. There's a documentary. Of course, there's another video game documentary out there. It's called Pixelated Heroes. It's made by a TV star from Canada. I can't remember the show right now. Ice Pilots.
Yes.
By Mikey McBrien. He's the one heading up this documentary, and that's what the documentary is about. Is what's so special about NHL '94? What drives people to still love this game majority than any other hockey game out there? I mean, part of it is it's the first. I don't want to say it's the first. It's the first franchise to actually include the hockey players and their full names and stats and all that stuff. Of course, that's good, but it comes down to in my opinion, it just comes down to the gameplay. It does everything that real hockey needs. The reason why you love hockey: the excitement, the speed, and the overall. I like to say the overall gratification of laying a check. I swear to God, it releases endorphins in your mind when you just cream somebody in the board. It's just like the perfect programming for it. These are probably things I'm going to be in the documentary saying, so I'm kind of copying what I'm saying. But it's I don't know. It's just perfect all around. The speed. The only thing that's not in it is fighting. But like Nick says.
Now, when you were younger and you're playing it,
Still break people's heads and stuff.
when you're playing that game, or when anyone's playing the game, do their dad yell at the ref and go outside and beat on each other? Because that's what hockey's really about. The hockey dads.
Not 1994. 94 parents weren't like that in hockey.
I'm sure they were.
Oh yeah, but not as
That's
bad.
when I was growing up traveling. Are you kidding? I know some of those dads. I definitely ran into those dads. And that was that was when I was 12. Yeah, that's hilarious.
The one-timer aspect of the game is just. I mean, you can play. You can do one-timers in new hockey games, but I don't know. It's just the way the gameplay is. It's just perfect. It's like Zookeeper. You know, it's just
simple.
Right.
It's
just
fun.
It's
Anybody
simple,
can
but
be a good hockey.
Hello.
Enemy transmission coming through, it sounded like.
Yep. Who is that? Oh, wrong mouse. I'm gonna die. Oh, there's no video. I wonder if it's Donald Trump again. I don't know if Donald Trump will be joining us from his campaign. I'm terrible. But I don't know, it's gonna be really cool. I'm really excited. I never thought anything would happen like this. Or they have a tournament like this. So, and I think people never thought there'd be a Donkey Kong tournament like there is either. So.
Well, I talked to friends outside of the scene, and they say things like, "What? People still play those games?" And I was like, "Yeah, there's a lot of people that love retro games." I think it is making a huge resurgence, and I think it's going to be mainstream again. It's not going to be, just a bunch of people on one little corner of the world arguing with each other on Facebook. It's going to be actual, everywhere. There's arcades are popping up. People love the machines. They love, the old consoles. There's a lot of stinker games, right? I mean, let's be honest. There's a lot of games that are not fun to play, but the ones that survived are really fun. Like you said, NHL '94. It's a fun game.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like movies. Too. There's movies that are great, that never die. Now we're in the age where movies get re-released all the time, and yes, they're not as popular as the very first, but man, there's enough money to be made.
Right.
Very true. And everything's I'm sure somebody's saying, of course, everything's already been written. Every song's already been sung to some extent, but yeah.
Yeah, but we listen.
Not interesting anymore.
We re-listen to the same songs over and over again. So
yeah, there are things that stand the test of time. NHL '94 is definitely one of them. So is NHL '95 on Genesis for me and my little brother, especially.
Yeah, there's
that
always
was
something.
The first one where we could create our own players and stuff too.
Oh yeah, that's the thing is, NHL '95 had everything that was left out of '94, except the people who like '94. the gameplay completely changed, and that's what killed it. That's why people still like 94 better. But 95 had a full season, create a player. I mean, that's what we've all been.
Yeah.
We were all
It had
waiting.
all the great game modes, but it also had some really kind of bad, really easy ways to score and stuff, and stupid computer stuff that just made it kind of cheesy a lot of times. And that was really the unfortunate part there. The gameplay wasn't quite as good in a lot of cases.
I thought it was always too fast too. I mean, it just seemed like it was a little bit.
I keep up.
Yeah.
It's a fast game.
What did you think about the NHL Hits series?
They're cool. I mean, there's just. How am I staying alive? Oh, sorry, I was just playing. And NHL Hits, they're pretty cool. It's just it's too arcade-ish for me, I guess. You know, and that's for NHL 94.
I like fantasy ranks. Playing above I love the fantasy ranks. Playing above the Shark Tank and making your own name, and then the announcers would say, right? So that part was cool.
I liked talking about NHL 94 and that series. EA released Mutant League Hockey. And that's kind of the same. I mean, it was still the engine of NHL 94, but it was cool. But it still plays different. It's not as much. You think it's like the same game with the new skin and just made it fun with the holes in the ice. It's still not the same.
Those guys, it's hard to control and stuff somewhat, but it's definitely got its own unique charm. That's another one that my brother and I spent just way too much time on and stuff. Just looking at all the player profiles and everything and the depth of creating all of these fake versions of the players that we had been watching and stuff, and trying to name them and figure out who they all went to and stuff. But that game was so funny.
I got into big computer hockey games around 99, 2000, because all the hockey games on N64 and PlayStation were just kind of junk. So the best hockey games were, like, I think for the computer, like NHL 2000 by EA, it was pretty good. You could put your face in the game, and I'd spend days creating rosters of like my friends and putting their pictures in the game, and like, I mean, ridiculous. So much time of not actually playing the game of hockey was great.
Wait, were your stats accurate? Would you say?
We did. We would make my friends who played hockey have higher stats than, the ones who didn't. But I would never put anybody 99. You know, I wouldn't max anybody out. Of course, I wouldn't let anyone be number 99 either as a jersey number. You know, I consider that sacrilege.
Naturally.
Yeah, I mean, anybody who wears 99, I mean, come on. In hockey, you still wear 99 in football. Baseball, any other sport. Just in hockey, you can't, in my opinion, you shouldn't wear 99.
Well, it's been retired league-wide in the NHL, but not other leagues, so.
Well, I should be in all hockey leagues. It should be retired in Kiwis. It should be retired in roller hockey.
Listen, Swedish Elite League, you guys need to understand.
Yeah.
This guy's a national treasure.
Yeah, nobody. I mean, until they come around, nobody can be 99 until someone's better than the great one. So, oh man, I was supposed to play something else, wasn't I? That Zookeeper.
No, that's all right.
Gotta get that million before.
Zookeeper's awesome. Get him. That's a big jump.
Well, guys, I'm going to have to sign out. I got some work I have to get going. But thank you for having me on the show.
No problem, and I'm excited that you're going to be there. That's excellent.
It's going to be amazing. I love it.
I gotta get to work. I got the flight booked, but I don't have a hotel room or a car yet, so I better get to work on that kind of stuff. I keep forgetting about it. I'm too excited for 2 weeks from now, but thanks for coming on the show, Data. Appreciate it.
Thank you, everybody. See you guys next time.
See you. Oh, man.
Man. Go work on your coconut boards.
I know. You think I'd be better by this time?
That's
I know I
tricky
just
if
gotta
you don't
go.
get it just right real quick.
Yeah, you just got to go for it and get it done with. There you go.
To some extent, yeah. I usually go all the way to the right at first, just hold right and jump. And eventually you'll get to basically the right edge of the screen, just hold left and jump. And usually the monkey will throw stuff to the right since you're on the right side, and you'll be able to flip your way back up and kind of and get back up on the left side. It works fairly well.
I'm terrible at this screen. I know there's just an easy jump pattern, and I just gotta sit down and learn it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why we play.
Yeah, that's why we still fun. Program note. 22 minutes until State of the Galaxies with Jace Hoff. That's what you tuned in early to. We were watching Settle It on the Screen. Commentary show about the Twin Galaxies database. We really got not too much to talk about. There's a little controversy on the forums, but I don't think there's any necessary to really talk about it on this show because it's kind of minute. Oh, I think we got a big jump. Here we go. Oh, I suck.
Oh, antlered.
Yeah, that
So
could have been a. I think that would have
It's
been
so hard
a.
when you see a cluster of animals like that not to want to just jump all of them.
I know. It's just like.
That just sounded really weird, but
Eh.
yeah. I don't like
So-
walk down the street jumping cats, I swear.
Yeah. So, Chris, got a quick question. Are you going for any records or anything? Like, I know in the next week or so you'll be busy, but planning anything?
Yeah,
Any
I
more
think
bubble?
Bobble? Yeah, I was thinking about doing some of those because it's been a while. I was thinking about finishing off some of the Wii ones, the Bubble Plus ones.
Finishing off scores? Just said it. That's fine.
The singles. What's that?
Yeah. Yeah, finishing off my scores.
Well,
That's
I got
fine.
one so far, but I wanted to do some of the others. There's one of them I hate the expert ones, kind of.
They're not that fun.
They're just
You can't
frustrating.
really- yeah. You got to be really precise.
Yeah.
I just
They're
like,
fun
to be honest,
sometimes.
I like playing with multiple people. I find it more fun at that.
Exactly.
At that. I guess
That
since
version
you're
is
the only person
fantastic.
kind of, yeah, when you're playing multiplayer, I guess I know on the arcade. So I guess are the rules still stating we play until that one person dies? I mean, what's your
I think
take on
that
it?
should
Or
generally
should
be
they
the
be
rule
event-
for all games.
just
But
when both players die?
I definitely went that route on the adjudication for the arcade one, yes. We said
So you're
first
saying the
person's
one-
death, so it was actually my death. My wife played on for like a couple more levels, but when I died is when we ended.
So in terms of the ones on Wii, we should probably change that. You would think, right?
I would be open to a new track for that, actually.
Yeah, that's what I was
I think
thinking
that's
too.
the correct way to do it.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with leaving the other ones open, but it does make a difference. Now, I was trying to think back to the 4-player scores that we submitted a long time ago. Actually, the one that I submitted 4 or 5 months ago, it was a Mitchell thing. We recorded 2 scores back in 2010, and then I held on to the better score, of course, and I just re-uploaded it and reclaimed the score. But
The 4-player one?
Yeah, the 4-player one. That one was done in 2001, but we just saved it because if you go into adjudication and you watch the previous attempt, it's us playing. It's our previous
I
score.
remember you saying that you were holding on to one.
Yeah, so that one's on there. I don't think that team will ever be together again, but I know one of us did die pretty early, and the other 3 kind of stuck around for a long time. But it is fun playing with 4 because there's so much cooperation about not popping the bubbles is kind of a certain level of cooperation, so you guys can get more letters and stuff like that. I mean, we're all working towards the potion, of course, but
It's a great team game, and it is tough to coordinate well and to make sure that you leave one alive and get the items rigged and stuff. And my wife and I played it a lot before, so we when the scoreboards open back up, we're going, we played the heck out of those games. We should definitely be able to do this, shouldn't we? Yeah. Yeah, we got to the arcade. We said, yeah, we sat down, played 2 games, and we said, hey, that's worth submitting. Why the heck not? But yeah, it's mostly just because it was fun to do.
Oh yeah, it's a fun game to play. It's a fun game to go after
game.
too. I think after you submitted your score, I started playing. Sorry, I was reading the chat, and I was getting close, but I wasn't like I was like, well, I think I might have beat it once, but that was after I stopped recording. It was like it was like an hour into the recording. I'm like, I'm not gonna do it tonight. And then of course I think I beat it by like 100 or 200 points. I'm like, oh well, let's do it again. Oh,
That's funny. We were forgot we were gonna play another 2-player game. I can't remember what it was now. Yeah. Well, I've been trying for. I have been practicing Donkey Kong lately. The whole Race to a Million thing made me, and mostly just being done with Igby 2. After a month of those games, it was just all right, I'm gonna go back to something that I've been meaning to do for a while, which is learn that game. So I'm starting to do it.
cool. Another Donkey Kong players machine. I'm just joking.
Yeah, you're like, oh yay.
Hey, I haven't looked on the database. You probably have. Is there a 2-player score for Tubin?
There are no scores yet, but I know that Jeff Harris. There are a couple people talking about it. I think Ross Benziger. Sounds like Ethan might be in on it. I'm not sure here, but Fred Dehart and I have actually played a few runs. We tried to record a few runs, and we actually had some trouble recording them. Battery on the camera died. Didn't start recording properly the first time. Yep. Just kept not happening. We were trying to get the track going, so we're gonna do it again. And we were talking about it. Do we just go ahead and open a new track now before anybody submits to the old one that explicitly says when the first player dies, the game is over, or when one of the players dies, the game is over. Mm-hmm. So it's probably worth it to go ahead and just make that clarification.
Yeah, I would. In the age we're in, I think that's very appropriate. It's just go ahead and just do it too. Is what I realized too, because I think was it last week. We had the Burger Time Mame world record on our show. JD Lowe, former ref of Twin Galaxies, and of course I love Burger Time, but my experience is with the Intellivision, and I couldn't. I mean, I played it, and I'm like, you know what? I'm good at this game. I looked at the scores. I'm like, I'm just going to submit a score. I'm not going to get first place. I know I'm not going to get first place. And then I actually read the rules. And I've always played, in Intellivision, I always just touch the disc and start playing. I never chose the lower difficulties. I just pushed and played. And I finally checked the rules last week during our broadcast, or after our broadcast, and started playing. And I was like, are you kidding me? Everybody who submitted to Twin Galaxies played on the absolute slowest speed. And it's like, it's unbearable.
Oh my God.
Like, it is so slow. It's like, well, I can get how somebody got...
Are you telling me a slower version of Burger Time exists than Burger Time?
Oh, yeah. There's 3 versions on the Intellivision that are even slower. And Twin Galaxies had it tracked as the slowest. And there's slowest, fastest. I don't know if there's medium. I think it's slowest, slow, fast.
I want to live in this world.
I know.
That's ridiculous. That's ludicrous.
I was sitting there. I played it for like 2 minutes, and I'm like, I don't care if I got the world record on this score. It's not even fun. It's like, it's miserable. I mean, I guess it's an achievement in itself of misery. I mean, it's that slow. So I just said, screw it. I'll set up a new track. I don't care if I'm the only one. It's like, I want to play for fun and maybe start a new standard. Hopefully somebody else will try to beat my score, because then maybe I'll keep pushing for it. But I was like, just submit it. We're in that age where we're not relying on 1 or 2 refs just to do it what they think it is. It's kind of what anybody wants to make it themselves. And the people
We've
will only
learned more
submit
about
on the worthy tracks, So.
So we've waited, or we've recently learned some more about, or been doing more research into and seeing people play the hard version of Donkey Kong that we have at two of the local arcades out here in the suburbs of Chicago that we go to regularly, and a lot of us have been playing. So I created a new track for that too recently, which I know Wes Copeland played it and got the highest score after Brian Allen and Jason Corey Britton had both put in the first couple scores. And I believe Wes's comment on Mark was, "Please, God, don't ever make me play this game again, or this version of this game again." So I don't think he enjoyed it very much, but that's that's the one that we've been playing. It's actually pretty cool. It's in its own right too, and it's interesting. It's just a couple of ROMs that you would swap out. Was the idea to make it harder and to rake in more coins, especially if you're an operator, or maybe if you're at a show, like to die faster, so more people get a chance to play it. Swap it in for the weekend, that kind of thing. So yeah, it's interesting that they had that, and I decided, hey, why the heck not?
Yeah.
Man, we know that there are more of them out there. We've read about it. We know they exist. And it should be pretty easy to burn the ROMs, make it happen. So we'll see. Maybe it'll be a side tournament at the next Kong Off or something. Right next to the D2K.
I hope they do the side tournament I want. I want 2 people, 1 person on the jump button, 1 person on the joystick. I want people. I want certain people together to be teammates.
I totally want to see that, actually.
It'd be so awesome. It really would. It'd be like, I like Vincent LeMay. Oh, I gotta jump. Talking again. Lagalicious. Yeah, Weeby and Mitchell be a team. Lakeman.
Oh, they did do it at Kong Off, Ethan said. It was on D2K.
Oh.
Well, that's even more ridiculous. Who was playing? Gotta love that chat. We need answers, Ethan.
But it'll be cool. I gotta make sure. I gotta start planning for next year's Kong Off. So I'm hoping I can help out with the broadcast aspects. Me and Wes talked about a few weeks on the show. I'd love to multi-camera commentary. Switch back and forth so everybody at home can see. I think it'd be really cool because I know everybody can't make it. Everybody's always excited for that. Actually, I was thinking about doing the NHL '94 one. I thought that would have been great, but I have to play in that one. That's unfortunately that's my arena. As much as I'd be a great commentator or color guy for that, I'd hate if this was the only one and I never played in it. I'd hate myself forever for not even trying. So,
I mean, for the right amount of meat product and beer, I could be persuaded to come too. I mean, you never know.
I do have a full hotel room. I asked my buddies, I'm like, hey, anybody want to go? And Nick wasn't going to go. And I'm like, dude, you got to go. It's our childhood game. I mean, I'll beat you when we play each other, but we got to see how far you can make it. And then all my other buddies, like, hey, this sounds great. We got to go. So we got a whole car full of Detroit going down there. It's going to be sweet. We're going to kick some Canadians' ass.
I don't think it's too far away from us either.
No.
Yeah.
You're a little bit further, but yeah.
It's like Midwest Gaming Classic. It's lots of pinball. Lots of pinball. Okay, now Laura's interested. We got her back. Yeah.
The place that they're going to have this tournament looks pretty sweet. I mean, it's. I'm excited to win or lose because I'm excited to stay around to the final match. It's like this, I don't know, ridiculous size screens where they're going to have the game on. I mean, it's going to be gigantic. So
there are thousands of people that go to Evo knowing that they're not going to go anywhere, but just to be there and just to be a part of it.
Oh yeah.
Same as any of these things. I don't go into any of these tournaments expecting to come out with my pockets or my beers paid for or anything. It's an investment.
Oh yeah.
I have
It's
not
investment.
exactly won much. I think I have won a Luigi plush doll, and that's about it. Yeah, exactly. Had a good time.
People always argued with me, why'd you go to those things? If you save the money, you could just like, you get another arcade machine. I go, another arcade machine is nothing compared to the experiences you have on these,
Yeah.
going to the shows and stuff. That's so much more worth it. And because you know what, one arcade machine, to be honest,
No,
it
that's the
does.
same as saying you
Yeah.
should. Why would you go to a concert? You already have the CD, or you can download
Exactly.
the album.
Right, so we have
Why would you
both.
go to the concert?
We have the arcade machine.
You could buy
and
lots
we have
more.
the games.
Yeah.
There's no point in games.
You should do both, yeah.
We always have it. We should hang out.
So you gonna make it down for the Spaceman trip too at some point?
I don't believe so because I got that tournament, and then and then going to the Twin
That's
Galaxies
13,
thing. And I got so much. I got too many things
it's
going
not
on.
that much further from
Ah,
from Chicago than it is to get to
1 minute left.
what I got to do is
to Toronto.
was that 1 minute, Neo?
50 seconds.
Okay, I'm off by 1 minute. Cool, because I got my timer in here. So thanks for joining us, everybody. Thanks, Chris, for joining us in the chat. Thanks to Data God for stopping on by. I know I've been kind of just zookeeping it. Make sure you guys stay tuned for State of the Galaxies with Jace Hall coming up next. We'll be back next week. Unfortunately, or fortunately for you, it'll be me and Nick just talking about NHL 94 tournament once again. We'll probably be practicing on here. We're going to try to get the tournament guy on the show, just tell us a little bit more. And of course, we'll be plugging away. Hopefully, we have some news from Jace today about more news about the Twin Galaxies festival. So for Chris, Mike, Glenn, and Nick who aren't here, thanks for watching. See you next week.
Twin Galaxies.